Our first plenary presentation this morning is a report from Research Team 303, Managing a Portfolio of Projects, a Playbook for Success. The team has developed a Portfolio Management Guidebook with recommended practices, processes, and metrics for managing a group of projects at the portfolio level. Our presenter is Sandra MacGillivray, Senior Consultant at Coreworx. Please welcome Sandra MacGillivray.
Don't get surprised. Get the Portfolio Management Playbook. When you try to manage a portfolio of projects with sticky notes and a calculator, you get a surprise at the end of the year when your portfolio busts its budget. When you get a surprise at the end of the year when your portfolio busts its budget, you get your name in your firm's annual report footnotes. When you get your name in your firm's annual report footnotes, you get assigned to that project in the Arctic that no one wants. When you get assigned to that project in the Arctic that no one wants, you get stranded by a blizzard in the storm of the century. When you get stranded by a blizzard in the storm of the century, you get rescued by a bearded man and his snow dogs. When you get rescued by a bearded man and his snow dogs, you eat whale blubber while huddling around a small campfire in the middle of nowhere. When you eat whale blubber while huddling around a small campfire in the middle of nowhere, you get attacked by the abominable snowman. Don't get attacked by the abominable snowman. Use RT303's Portfolio Management Playbook to manage your portfolio.
Well, you might not know anyone who's been attacked by the abominable snowman, but we can all point to a project that's gone bad, that's caused financial havoc, and impacted the career of the person who was responsible for that portfolio. The heart of our research is about helping those portfolio managers deliver consistent, successful results when they're managing a portfolio of projects. For the purpose of our research, portfolio management is defined as a group of related or unrelated projects and programs that are managed by a single individual, the portfolio manager. The increasing need for effective portfolio management comes from some specific challenges that our industry is facing. First, we all face the need to achieve consistently high performance across all of our projects. No outliers, no footnotes in your annual report. Consistency is the name of the game. And for contractors, increasing pressure to align with client expectations and the recognition that that can vary significantly client to client. As our project organizations continue to mature, we also need to look at how do we realize economies of scale in those project organizations. And finally, we're all under pressure to meet organizational goals and objectives. Our research in managing a portfolio of projects uncovered significant benefits that can be achieved through effective portfolio management. It comes first from standardization of the metrics and processes that are used across all of your projects. It comes from improved financial management, specifically budget control and management of contingency. It gives an opportunity for effective resource management with a more holistic view of the resources across your entire portfolio. It usually introduces the opportunity for robust risk management. And finally, those portfolio managers become a natural advocate for a culture of continuous improvement. For the past 2 years, our research team, chaired by Charlie O'Hanlon of Architect of the Capitol and Marie Robinson of Jacobs, have been working diligently on the topic of portfolio management. Our team of 22 people included 8 owners and 8 contractors and principal investigators from Northeastern University, Georgia Tech, and University of Florida. While there are many recommended practices available to help in the management of an individual project, professionals in our industry needed assistance in how to adapt those practices when they're managing a portfolio of projects. To address this need, CII chartered Research Team 303 to examine the essential question of which practices, techniques, and processes and technologies are most appropriate in managing a portfolio of projects. Following a thorough literature review, we conducted a 28-question survey with participation from 139 participants that spanned 53 owners and 37 contractors. We then selected 15 responding organizations for face-to-face interviews, and each of those organizations had self-identified as having successfully implemented portfolio principles. From these interviews, 6 case studies were developed that provided solid examples of how portfolio management was being used in industry today. Analysis of those survey results, interviews, and case studies allowed our team to identify key business drivers and recommended practices, which we'll review with you today. Owners and contractors approach portfolio management, and specifically formation, in a very different manner. From an owner's perspective, the priority is around budget control, and secondly, to aid in project selection and prioritization. From a contractor's perspective, the business priority is around aligning with client requirements, and more specifically, the client's processes, procedures, and reporting expectations. Successful portfolio managers must have a solid managerial and technical balance. Most organizations today are promoting from within, with a strong emphasis on continued professional development in the areas of leadership, management, and communications. Portfolio managers within our industry frequently follow a career path from project engineer to project manager to portfolio manager. A key finding from our research was the performance metrics that are most applicable to a portfolio management scenario. In our implementation session, we'll share examples of the most commonly used schedule and cost metrics. But more importantly, we'll focus on the most important prerequisite step to that, and that's having solid, quality data collection that's consistent across all of your projects. Our research also identified 5 management areas where processes, techniques, and tools can be successfully adapted to aid in portfolio management. These include optimizing the use of resources across your portfolio, taking a systematic approach to risk management, applying traditional financial management practices, including portfolio management in your lessons learned program, and front-end planning, where a focus on readiness reviews is a consistent stage gate deliverable for all the projects in the portfolio. In our implementation session, we will introduce the Portfolio Management Playbook. It includes recommended practices for implementing the management areas we discussed already, and it also contains a recommended process for implementing performance management and suggested metrics across your portfolio. We are extremely excited to share a case study on a portfolio management system that's currently being used by a CII owner. The system focuses on standardization of metrics to improve overall performance of the portfolio in a multi-billion-dollar scenario. So how can this research help me? If your organization has grown to the point that you're ready to implement portfolio management, we're confident that this session will give you a wealth of guidance in setting up practices, processes, and metrics that have proven successful in the industry. If you're already using portfolio management, we're confident that you'll find some new and useful approaches that you can apply to your existing program. You'll also thoroughly enjoy our case study on innovative ways that visual communication is being used to share portfolio metrics with senior leaders. We look forward to seeing you at one of our 2 implementation sessions being held at 11:30 and 1:30 today. And the implementation resource and research summary from our team are also going to be available from the download website for the conference. Thank you.